Okay, this is my air conditioning unit. It is a Weather King, but that sounds very specific, but I know it's not. Let's see if there's another indicator. The issue I was having was that it would not work. And if you go to the thermostat, it would say cooling, and then it would go to auxiliary. We had an issue with just this one last year, and what it was this relay. More specifically, and I'm not going to touch it, right, because you got 240 volts going in there, but you look in there, this and that. You see that dot and that dot? That bridges the gap. It connects that terminal to that terminal. But it was full of bugs in my last one, so I just replaced the whole terminal. This one just died out on me, so what we did is I opened it up, and there was a whole bunch of dead ants inside the terminal. I blew it out, and guess what? Air conditioning's back. So, but just in case you're curious, here's the board, circuit board. There's the terminal, and I'm going to show you sort of reverse order, since I'm putting this back together, success of what it looks like to take it apart. And I'm still going to look at buying a replacement for this part, just because I think they're also getting corroded. As for the part number, that's what it is. Okay, so the next step though is I'm going to put this cap back on. And I'm going to use both hands so you're not going to see me, because one other thing, if yours has this, mine does. This is the voltage box that actually connects to the house. You see this little thing that looks like a T? Just pull that out. Cuts the whole circuit. That way you have no power going to your box. So if you're still troubleshooting like I was, pull that so you don't get electrocuted, okay? Okay, so but the next thing I'm going to do in putting it together is I'm going to take this little thing. It goes over the contact points, and then you can sort of see the hole on the right side. Okay, here's what it looks like with the contact plate back on there. And the whole idea, I'm sure, of that thing is to keep bugs out of there. It's just these ants are really tiny. And there's one of them right now. But anyhow, I put it on there to help keep the big bugs out. They actually make even, I think, permanently sealed ones that you can replace them with, so you don't have that problem. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, is real simple, is this metal plate. Now, this metal plate is what covers this corner of the unit. It's held in by three bolts, I think. Oh, maybe there's only two. Anyway, one right there, one right here, and it goes over. Yeah, I'll try to back up. You sort of tuck it in the top, slides up in there, and then you bolt it at the bottom. I gotta use both hands again. But the other thing really cool about it, oh, okay, it'll show you the model number of the actual handling unit. It's a lot more specific than Weather King, right? These are all the parts and the amperage and things that you have to look at. But the other thing that's nice is when I was working on the last one, is that on the back side of this plate, it has all the wiring diagrams for your cooling system, which is way helpful. So if you have a problem with your AC, taking it apart is a great idea, because if you get this plate off of it, you can look at the wiring diagrams and be able to figure it out quite easily. Granted, it takes a while for me to run through wiring diagrams, but that's how I did it for the first one. Okay, but now I have that, we're going to take this, jam it up in there, and then bolt it. Okay, so here it is, all put back together. This plate is back on, and there was 3 bolts. There's this one here, nothing else on this side, but on the back side, there is one right here, and then you roll down a little bit, and this right here. It covers over the bottom plate here. You don't have to take off this section that's holding all your wiring in to take this off. Okay, just a little tip, but if you happen to have auxiliary load and your AC isn't working, could be lots of things of course, but why not check the easy stuff first? Undo the power here, pull off the plate, and then double check that relay, make sure it still works. If it's not actuating up and down when you turn the cool on, well then the relay's busted. Or if you're not seeing voltage across it, mine even dropped down a little bit, but there were dead bugs under it, so it couldn't make a good electrical connection. Blowing out a bunch of ants was sure cheaper than replacing an AC unit. So I hope this helps somebody, and good luck.